Greetings, mortals! Gallows Bane is back here at Kato's Corners.
You had the pleasure of Andrew Ryan's company. He's the one who built this place, and he's the one who ran it into the ground. Nobody knows exactly what happened. Maybe he went mad. Maybe the power got to him. Maybe he just decided he didn't like people. Whichever way
I hacked this vending machine.
good men died. My family's in a submarine hidden in the foundation of Fontaine Fisheries. I'll meet you there.
So one trick you can do is hack that starting vending machine. It costs 10 bucks. And if you need to go back and resupply, just head to that place. I do the same thing for this health station. If I need to go back for quick heals. Right off the bat, they introduce you a Big Daddy fight. So here's what I'm gonna do. First things first, I'm going to stockpile all the explosive canisters and barrels. We are still quite limited with our build and equipment load. So for the time being, let's go ahead and zap and hack. 12 bucks, you might as well just pay out the hacking fee. There's a second automated turret on the other side. But we're gonna ignore that for now. For over here, I'm doing a quick save here. Because again, something scary coming up. That's a rocket turret. I have my telekinesis plasmid equipped, and I'm doing a little corner peeking. I'm gonna try and... okay. Because of the rocket propellers, you really gotta aim it with telekinesis. There we go. And I decide just to equip my revolver and go for headshots. Take a heal. Let's reload that pistol thing and equip telekinesis thing, electric thing, rocket thing. Wait for it. Zappy thing. And I go for the manual hack. If you're playing on console, this might not be as smooth compared to the free roaming with the cursor. My advice for console players or players on controller, just try and clear out the initial question mark squares to determine the best initial path. You can equip. We will be equipping tonics to make this hacking quite easier later on. Now, I'm essentially still prepping for the first Big Daddy fight. Because I'm planning on using the rocket turret here. And all of these additional explosive barrels to aid me in the first Big Daddy fight of Neptune's bounty. Make note of the cigarettes there in case I need a quick smoke. Okay, did not mean to grab that. Let's just grab... there we go. Something about the skinny canisters. They always seem to be a bit more picky about how you telekinetically acquire them. But anyways, we got all of the canisters here. I'm just stockpiling them. Nice little pile. No, these are mine. Now, it's time to see where the Big Daddy's at. Okay, there's the Big Daddy and the little sister. I'm doing a quick save because Big Daddy fights on New Game Survivor is quite an experience. Alright, first one. Alley-oop. Second one. Now, this particular Big Daddy is called a Rosie, if I recall correctly. Now, they are a ranged Big Daddy. Instead of having the big drill arm and charging you, they're gonna stand back and shoot you with the rivet gun, which does a lot of burst damage. I go ahead and equip the revolver with the armored piercing rounds. I look at how much damage I'm doing. It's an okay amount, but I'm better off just going back and grabbing the extra canisters. We're just gonna lob him. Wait for it. Just gotta wait for it. Hold on. Wait, hold up. By the way, the little sisters are completely invincible to all damage, so don't be concerned if they're like right next to the Big Daddy. They're just invincible. They take no damage. Big Daddy's been defeated. I just used a bunch of those canisters. Let's make sure I press the correct key on my keyboard to rescue. We are rescuing. There we go.
No.
I sometimes get a bit paranoid. I might accidentally press the harvest key, and that'll just ruin the entire playthrough.
You have shown kindness to my little one, but are you
And this is
really
the
a
third
friend
little
to us?
sister rescued.
Regardless, a little one brings you a gift to demonstrate our appreciation.
So, every 3 little sisters rescued, Tenenbaum will send a little sister a little care package of various plasmid type goodies and whatnot. We're gonna get the first care package coming up pretty soon. Oh, that's one of the Big Daddy's proxy mines. So let me just go back to Rosie for a minute. In addition to the rivet gun, Rosie style Big Daddies can also shoot proximity mines like those. But a quick shot with the revolver will typically take care of that. I go back to grab this first aid kit. I do a decent amount of backtracking here and there to just stockpile up on supplies and keep up to date with the demand that this difficulty brings. So there's the first care package from Tenenbaum. We get a bunch of Atom, a hypnotized Big Daddy plasma, which I just banked for the time being, and some ammunition, I believe. Alright, so we're gonna get the health and Eve upgrades every level, and then I go ahead and grab the plasmid slot, and I'm gonna grab Eve Link. I'm taking a minute to think here. I definitely grab plasmid slot and Eve Link. That way I can have telekinesis and 2 elemental plasmids. Right now it's Electrobolt and Incinerate.
1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spread.
And I think about it a bit, really weighing my options. They're all solid choices. I personally go with Eve Link just because it's less cigarettes I have to smoke, because whenever I heal with a first aid kit, it gives me a little bit of Eve. It seemed like the best value for my Atom at the time. In my opinion, this is the correct decision. So Rocket Turret is still doing its thing. And now it's the time where Jack runs around. Okay, telekinesis. Ooh, wait, oh, there you go. Grab the E-Hypo. Time to explore the bounty. So this is like the shrimping and fishing district of Rapture. Another couple of leftover proximity mines from the previous Big Daddy. Let's just take care of those. You know, safety first and all. We're all about safety here in Rapture. Okay, Nitro Splicer, we know what to do with these guys. We play catch. Alright, 1 second. We're gonna play catch. Wait, oh, and there we go. This is how you play catch in Rapture. They throw an explosive, you grab a telekinesis. Sometimes they set themselves on fire because, you know, they're just edgy like that. Speaking of edgy, what are those tunes in the background? Look, the turret's even mad about it. Ow. Oh, right. Let's, go ahead and hack this turret. I completely forgot about this one.
Anybody in the ballpark genetically will be able to come and go as they see fit.
Medical expert will increase more health. I replace Hacker's Delights. So now the health kits will restore more, well, health. I go for the headshot. as usual, against other lead head splicers. Oh, hey, oh, something's firing on me. Oh, nitro splicer. It's catch time. There we go. And I believe that hack turret will also start just giving him the business. There we go. Okay. Revolver has been equipped. I have peppered down the nitro splicer. And now it is time to acquire more stuff. Cool. I got more stuff. Well, Jack here got more stuff. Ah, yes. My former adversaries, you have been defeated in battle because I am better and you suck. Just respawn and get good.
Come on, then. Fight me properly.
Now, I believe yeah, let's go ahead and visit. Excuse me. Whoa, what was that about? I had to check to make sure that turret was still, you know, mine. I go for the hacks. Alright, so we go, okay, connect the pipes, just connect the pipes. Oh, come on, you got this, you got this. Okay, we need another lawn pipe. Alright, another lawn pipe. We need a lefty. Put that lefty there. Oh, we got the lefty. Okay. Oh yeah, the horizontal pipes. Horizontal pipes always feel like such a luxury. And let's flood it to the end. Alright. Lower prices. Ooh. Let's get some potato chips. Alright, I haven't quite had that salt fix yet. Alright, that's enough potato chips. Alright, time to go visit Old Pete. Alright, let's make note of some of these leftover first aid kits. I start equipping my weapons and getting the correct ammo setup. Go ahead and just hack this first aid machine just so I can spam heal on it. As soon as you talk to Pete here, Rosie, the super splicer, will show up and try and fight you.
Atlas radioed on ahead. Says you're looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if in your heads up to the Wharf Master's office and find old Peach on research camera, maybe I could manage an invite. What was that? My friend, you are fucked.
I take it not in the good way. Okay, here's Rosie. I equip the anti-personal rounds with the machine gun. I just kind of blow my load onto her with this. She'll bounce around. Now, spider splicers tend to do a lot of jumping around. They'll throw their sickles at you. They can spider climb on walls and ceilings. Rosie really does not like the turret bots. Alright, get out of here. Man, she is just in a mood today.
It's too tough for you. Look on the belt. You'll find something to keep you alive. Now, go get that camera, and then snapshots of those that crawls on the ceiling. Then I'll let you into the fisheries. Just remember, sonny friend, I smell an ounce of Fontaine on you, and I'll have you in a box. Atlas gives you the vouch, but I ain't turning my eye just on his say-so.
So, we get the grenade launcher. New weapon acquired. I decided just to give it a whirl and just take out 3 dudes at once.
And everybody knows it. In the ground for months, and half the place jumping at his shadow. Christ, even Ryan. You never mind all that. We got work to do.
Just a little, dipperoo in the water. Scavenging for items. So, you can get this access code from one of the audio diaries, but I decided to just hack it because I was feeling cute that day while recording. Alright. I was quite fortunate with some of my initial pipe placements. Whoa, get the vertical back. Yes, horizontal. Another horizontal pipe. Let's flood it. Ah! This does not look like a pleasant encounter.
Mr. Ryan asked me personally to make this clear to you. You give us Fontaine and this whole filthy ring of his, and you'll be knocking back pints up at the Fighting McDonough's. But if you prefer to play the mute, treat you like a mute. Give him a taste pass. What's that? Change of heart, Timmy? Timmy? Ready to talk now? Go on. Go on. Whatever Ryan thinks he can do to me, Fontaine can do double!
It's important to make the right friends so you don't end up in those sticky situations. Okay, fortunately, the Rocketura did that fight for me. Good job. I shall name the rocket turret Waldo. Where's Waldo? Oh, we'll certainly hear where Waldo is firing from. Fun fact. In the late 90s, I was an elementary school child, and the Where's Waldo books were quite popular. So popular that a lot of the school kids at my elementary school would get into literal fights over who got to check out the latest in Where's Waldo books. It got so bad to the point where not only did the teacher had to ban us from checking out Where's Waldo books, she would assign a kid to stand guard to make sure no one approached these Where's Waldo books. I think I was in the 2nd or 3rd grade when this occurred. Where's Waldo? And a couple years prior to that, Pokemon cards. Because that was around the time when Pokemon first came out, the trading card game specifically.
Something must be done about Fontaine. While I was buying
That's a story for another time.
He was cornering the market on genotypes and nucleotide sequences. Rapture is transforming before my eyes. The great chain is pulling away from me. Perhaps it's time to give it a tug.
Ooh, free Eve Hypo. Now, I'm employing a tactic called beating them through the grates. Now, you see, limits their vision. And, you know, you can still whack dudes off just below them.
This is the wages of sin.
It certainly was a sinful thing, all right. I mean, public indecency. Whipping it out just like that. Let's go ahead and break this health station and acquire this first aid kit. Alright, now let's acquire some of this, just some stuff. I believe the next Big Daddy fight, and we have the grenade launcher now. Additional firepower will most certainly come in handy this time.
I saw one of the smugglers having a game of catching on the docks today. This surprised me because his hands were crippled during the war. He was unloading the barge the other day when he was bitten from the sea slug.
I'm trying to position myself behind this Big Daddy so the splicer shoots him.
I asked him if he still had
Not sure if it worked.
As luck would have it.
Ow. Oh, Jack's getting so many owies. Alright, well, definitely go over here and let's immediately hack the rocket turret. We're gonna shoot up on Eve and... yeah, there's so much happening. So much chaos. Rocket turret going down. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, come on. Just get some of that DPS in. Ooh, that's some good deeps. Yeah. Well, so much for that turret. Sorry, you didn't live long enough for me to give you a name. Waldo was still good, though. Alright, I am now prepping my arsenal for this Big Daddy fight. So, Rosie Big Daddy, same as the previous one. Oh, safety save. We're gonna start off by shooting the proximity mines, because I really need to aim these. We'll switch over to regular frag grenades. Oh yeah, that's right, my rocket turret is, like, dicked. Ow. I will switch to, yeah, exploding bucks. I'm just gonna burn through first aid kits in this Big Daddy fight. And now I'm, like, using the pipes here in the middle to just play line of sight with this Big Daddy. Now I'm implementing electric bucks, just blowing through all of the loads against this Big Daddy. Alright, loading up the bucks here. Right. We're gonna go... okay, I'm really low in the first aid kits. Oh, it's getting intense. Oh shit, I need to heal up. I have no more kits. Can I do it? The answer is no, but I will try again. Remember, no Vita chambers. But I do have the quick save. Alright, let's try this again. Ready? Alright. So, I'm gonna do a little bit of, oh, okay, that's right. I swapped to using this podium in the middle. Okay, there we go. And yeah, we're gonna peek out. So I'm able to, I'm also able to get a lot more accurate shots this way as well. Ooh, that's right. Really whiffed that. I whiffed that too. Man, exploding bucks are valuable. To just waste it like that. Man. What a gosh darn shame. Alright, now I load the regular bucks. Going all buckaroo on the Big Daddy. They call him Big Daddy Buckaroo. Died to just the bucks. Almost there. One more shot. There we go. Let's make sure we press the right key on the keyboard when we rescue this little sister. There we go. Could you imagine spending all that effort defeating a Big Daddy only to accidentally press the harvest key? And then you have to reload that save and start that fight over again? Wouldn't that just be a gosh darn shame if that happened? Well, time to do the scavenging, scrounging, frounging, brounging. That's the second of the three little sisters for Neptune's bounty. We still have one more Big Daddy fight coming up. Alright, the objective. We have to find a research camera. We have to take pictures of 3 different spider splicers. I'm guessing so Peach can jack off to them. However... yeah, I come back for first aid kits. Yep, let's heal up. Don't need to smoke. Let's leave that first aid station as is. I swapped the revolver here. Let me see what's going on. Look at the... oh yeah, let's just... this is a discounted vending machine, so let's just get some stuff. We got more first aid kits and I think an extra E-Hypo. Another nitro splicer gets tickled with my revolver. Alright. More loot per usual. There's some firepower action going on somewhere. Yeah, just some backtracking, making sure I grab everything here. Oh, we're gonna smack this lock. Lock. All right, we now got Terry Tickle Nuts. Good job, Terry. Security cameras up ahead. All right, let's equip the pistol, get some armor-piercing rounds, and let's just. By the way, that device that Jack was just looking at. That is an alarm deactivation thingy. So if you do accidentally activate security, you can just pull the anti-security alarm, and there you go. It's like pulling the fire alarm, but in reverse.
Somebody to watch. Once he was just a menace, to be convicted and hung. But he always manages to be where the evidence isn't. He's the most dangerous type of hoodlum. The kind with vision.
Uh-oh. Yep, I had to quickly swap to Shock to take out the security camera. Time to go forward.
The research camera looks just like one you'd see topside.
Oh boy, photography.
More than this magazine article I scrounged up. It can also analyze genetic information, parse biological structures, lots of other $5 words.
Well, I think that's a $7.50 type of word. If you ask my opinion. Anyways, we got a turret just to the left. So we got... Alright, so we got like a few turrets in this room. Some are rocket flavored, others are automatic flavored. This is a rocket flavored one. Just a quick telekinesis, play catch with it, and you're all good. Alright, we got another rocket flavored one somewhere. I think it's up, yep, this corner just up ahead. Okay, this one's automatic flavored. So we activate electric. We'll be given the old zappy zap. Okay, let's take a hit health. Buy it out for $12. Man, these turrets are cheap to hack. Alright, it's rocket flavored. We need to switch to telekinesis. I had to remember what button to press. Oh, and we have a automatic flavored. Alright, let's just... Not what I meant to do. Alright, let's equip the armor piercing, but now we've got a splicer. Yeah, I start dicking around with the controls here. I get a little panicked. I'm like, wait, what's the swap ammo button? I forgot what button to press, but it's okay. We cool off a minute, we take a few hits, we recover, and there's always more. Hey, look at that, 2 health kits right off the bat. You see, oh, Jack, did you forget the proximity mine? You better pick up that proximity mine. Oh, right. Okay, you better go back and pick up that proximity mine. Jack, we're playing New Game Survivor. Everything counts. Oh, did I actually forget that? Huh. You know, there's a chance I might have forgotten about that proximity grenade. Bandage, Eve hypo. I might be just scrounging about. Alright, little wobble in here. Alright, there's a chance I might have forgotten about that proximity grenade. But it's okay. It's probably not going to be the first time I forget loot. We'll get through this together. But I took out the security camera. And speaking of cameras, Jack's about to pick up photography himself. Let's see if I can hack this safe. Alright, good start, good spread. Oh, perfect. We got the loop-de-loops. Now, let's acquire. Alright, cool. We got a long pipe. We got a curvy pipe. That's right, ladies. It curves. And it can go straight. It can just be about any shape you'd like. When you're doing the hacky minigame in Bioshock, that is. Oh, is the research camera not in this room?
Hanging now, is it?
Oh, it's the,
The laws here. I just enforced them. But I didn't come to rat
Oh, okay, it's just a room with stuff in it.
contraband. If Ryan and his crew have their law, then they can have my badge.
But he's not off the lock. But he's not off the case. Yeah. I think I forget about the proximity grenade. Very disappointing. Well, in the meantime, I should be getting close to the research camera. There we go. Now we're close. There it is. Look at this, more first aid kits. Alright, research camera. You take pictures of enemies. You fill up a little research bar. When it fills up, you get bonuses against that specific type of enemy. So for instance, Spider Splicer. Now I do more damage with anti-personal rounds against them. And if I take another shot, you can keep taking snapshots with the research camera of different splicers. And you'll build up research, and you'll get damage bonuses, and you'll unlock various plasmids and tonics and whatnot. Remember, be sure to capture different splicers. So now we just captured our first leadhead splicer. Now, weaker against anti-personal rounds. That's the first damage bonus. But specifically anti-personal rounds. Not regular ammunition.
I'm lonely.
That sounds like a skill issue, Chief. Security bullseye. We're just gonna bank this.
You think you know me?
Yep, I think it's revolver time. Wait for it, wait for it. Let's line that up. And there you go.
Lonely.
That's a good chunk of damage. Alright, cool. Now we've got the security camera there, but I can shock and whack it. Now that I have wrench jockey, Jack here can actually really swing it away.
This little sea slug has come along and glued together all the crazy ideas I've had since the war. It doesn't just heal damaged cells, it resurrects them. I can bend the seasons. Black can be born white, tall, short, weak, strong. But the slugs alone are not enough. I'll need mine.
And that one other thing is probably the Little Sisters that Tenenbaum was mentioning. Like, she needs a, like, I think she was referring to the methodology to actually harvest these slugs. Apparently, Little Sisters are needed for this process for some reason. Okay, now that I've successfully hacked the ammo machine, I believe I get some more frag grenades. I get electric bucks. I believe that's it. Yep, that's it. I was considering buying more grenades, but I believe my thought process at the time was, I'll probably just pick up more along the way anyways. Okay, no. It's locked from the other side. Audio diary.
If things weren't bad enough, seems that even our water system's failing. You have the
What about the
research
water
camera?
system?
Good. Get the time to get to work for old Peachy. Take the man's pictures, and let's get the hell out of this place.
Alright, time to engage in the subtle art of photography. Research camera. First upgrade. Increased damage with... They take more damage when they're shocked, and if you use armor-piercing rounds.
I know what you're up
More leadhead splicers. Let's just whip out the old pistol roo and just take them out.
Men are pigs. They stink. But they deliver, and they don't ask questions. They're all terrified of Fontaine. He reminds me a bit of the Germans. So efficient. It wouldn't surprise me if he were soon running things down here.
Wait for it, wait for it. Oh, I missed my shot. Alright, we need a couple more spider splicers. However, let's take this opportunity to research the other splicers. I'll take another shot at this guy, and this should get me the next leadhead splicer upgrade, which is Scrounger. So with this tonic, you can reset. If you find loot, you can reset for the chance of finding different loot. I believe I replace Evelink. Or no, I just bank it. Yeah, Evelink is just too good right now. Getting the extra Eve back is just... It's an amazing feeling, let me tell you what. And let me just beat off these dudes quickly. Great. Next up. This vending machine. Do I hack it? Nah, I don't hack it. I just straight up buy the film at full price. Like an idiot. Now. What's next? Right, let's go into the bar and have a drink. But actually, yeah, now would be a good time to drink because I have no Eve.
I'm closing in on the whole ring. I'd pat myself on the back, but let's face it, these aren't exactly bloodthirsty desperados we're talking about. Rapture's full of poets, artists, tennis players not highly built. This Vita says this Fontaine. He seems to know his way around the grift. He keeps his nose clean, but not so clean. The right people don't know.
Alright, now you just get a straight up damage increase against, as like the third upgrade, I believe. So first upgrade, you get increased damage with the either anti-personal or the anti-piercing rounds. Second upgrade is typically a new tonic. Sometimes it's a plasmid. I believe it's just typically tonics that give you passive buffs upgrades. Third upgrade is like a straight up damage buff with all sources.
I'm trying to build a proper financial market, and this idiot keeps going on about this genetic modification, that. I'll go spend an hour pretending to pay attention to the poor fellow and be home as soon as I can.
We just got the Nitro Spicer anti-personal damage buff upgrade. Now, I know it seems crazy to pay 5 cents to take a shit, but desperate times, man. Do not okay, I don't forget these proximity grenades. And there's an Eve Hypo, which will need a little bit of telekinesis action. There we go. get a couple snippy snaps of the another lead head. And as the research upgrades, it takes more and more research points to complete the next upgrade per enemy type. So I'm gonna be doing quite a bit of. I start the fight with the research camera, take a couple pics, then quickly swap to a weapon or plasmid, and then do the usual combat thing. So many horizontal pipes. Ooh, feels good. Yes. What's inside the... Oh, right. Yeah. This apartment.
We saw our Masha today. We barely recognize her. That's her, Sam said. You're crazy, I told him. That thing? That is our Masha? But he was right. She was drawing blood out of a corpse by Fontaine Fisheries. And then when she was done, she walked off hand in hand with one of those awful golems. Masha!
Diane, my dear, I'm sorry, but I'll be late again tonight. Rosenberg is demanding...
Okay, we're just going straight to this conversation now.
I'm trying to build a proper financial market, and this idiot is going on about Adam this, genetic modification, that. I'll go spend an hour pretending to pay attention to the poor fellow and be home as soon as I can.
Okay. Didn't know if there were any more Secret Ninja audio diaries. Also, did I do a quick load here? Oh, anyways. Oh, research bot. Damage increased with shock and anti-personal rounds. If they're robots, the first upgrade is going to be increased damage when shocked, also with anti-personal rounds. Or no, I mean... armor-piercing rounds. Armor-piercing rounds. If they're fleshy boys... they just get increased weakness to anti-personal rounds. But it does not apply to regular ammo. Alright, playing catch. I've gotten quite excellent at playing catch with the nitro splicers. Alright, we're gonna have to shut the spot down. If they get set on fire, they're probably going to explode after they're sneezed on. Now then, what is inside here? The briefest of cases.
Mr. Ryan, I believe in Rancho, but that doesn't mean we always win. Fontaine Futuristics is the biggest thing going in Rancho. So let me be plain. When we arrest that tow rag Fontaine for his thieving and smuggling, we must make it clear that we won't touch his business interests. We sit on the council because these poor sods trust us, not because God gave us a chair.
Very interesting way to view that. But there's an Eve hypo, and it makes me excited. Alright, I think we're on the final stretch of research for the leadhead splicers. Okay, just heal up, heal up, heal up. Alright, let's beat them off, There we go. And there we go. Well, that was like a bag of dicks and a half. Come on, Jack. You must pick a lane. Research camera. There we go. Fresh enemy. Fresh snappies. Alright, I took a moment to see how much research I was getting. And I decided, one pick's enough for now. Just one pick per enemy with the lead heads. Oh, another spider splicer. Cool, remembering ammunition. I still cannot believe I forgot that proximity grenade a bit back. I must have been... I believe I was preoccupied with the turrets. Oh, yeah, we gotta be quick about this. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, shit, yep, I am blocked. Well, let's take the hit. You know what? I decided, nah. Let's make one attempt. I don't want to spend resources hacking a safe just to get ammo that I'm probably fully stocked up on. Just doesn't seem to be a good use of valuable resources. Alright, Spider Splicer, yes, here we go. Organs can now be... Spider Splicer organs can now be used as first aid kits. So it's another source of... So yeah, now we're harvesting organs for health. Welcome to Rapture. But only the Spider Splicers because, I don't know, they're just... Their hearts just do something special that none of the other Splicers can do. Doing a last minute look around. Let's see what Jack can scrounge up and find. Oh, that's right. I missed the secret door until I didn't. Now we're in the... Oh, it's like the distillery, the wine cellar. Yes. Let's shoot up a bit and... Whoop, hey-oh. Alright, let's take you out, kind sir. Oh, we got a dude just kind of poking shots from behind. Hello. Hey-ho. Yeah, research camera. Research camera. There it is. Alright, just a couple picks. Oh, more film.
Rapture's changing, but Ryan can't see the wolves in the woods. This Fontaine fellow, he's a crook and a proper tea leaf, but he's got the atom, and that makes him the governor. Sinking the profits back into bigger and better plasmids with them Fontaine poorhouses, Fontaine recruiting centers. What we know it, the bloke's gonna have an army of splicers. We're gonna have ourselves a whole heap of miseries.
Who's there?
Why did I not sip whiskey? I haven't... Well, okay, I need to Eve anyways.
You can get away.
Alright, let's see how close I am to this research. Oh, we're getting there. Another pick. Alright. A couple more leadhead splicers, and we should have the full research. The final bonus you get is just another straight-up damage increase. It basically... Research basically makes Survivor difficulty... It evens the odds for Jack in quite a significant way. If you take the time to research, that is. And I will even snap pics of the research cameras and whatnot. We'll zip zap and a wick whack. Yes. You've been smacked. Just exploring this wine cellar some more. Come on, Jack, get through it. Get through it. Come on, just beat it off. Just beat it off. Thank you. I believe I have one more Big Daddy fight coming up.
The thought of me wife and child hiding in that filthy submarine makes me blood boil. Help me get them to safety and I'll be in your debt for life. I met Ryan the day me and the lads were installing the bathroom plumbing up in his Posh Park Avenue digs. Boy, says he, what's with all the brass fittings? General contractor had me down for the tip. Well, I says, I suppose it's the contractor then who'll be bailing out your window once a fortnight, is it? If
it's price you're worried about, I'll be picking up the brass, so not to worry, Squire. And why would you be doing that, Lizzie? Well, Mr. Ryan, profit or not, no man bails water out of privies built by Bill McDonough. Next day I finds out I'm Ryan's new general contractor.
What a good lad. Very excellent. Alright, I needed some more film. And I really needed some more F8 kits. Let's grab a couple of those. Yeah, let's get an extra one. I'm feeling saucy today. Whoa. Bureau of Values. Next.
The smuggler is the friend of the parasite. It is your duty to...
Now I gotta go over here and take a snip-snap of the splicer up. Alright, cool. That's the third one. Now Peachy will be all like, now you can enter the fisheries. Oh, and there's the final research upgrade for leadhead splicers. So I no longer need to take pictures of the enemies with the guns going forward.
The death penalty and rapture. Council's in an uproar. Riots in the streets, they say. But this is the time for leadership. Action must be taken against the smugglers. Any contact with the surface exposes rapture to the very parasites we fled from. A few stretched necks or a small price to pay for our ideals.
Sounds like Ryan's getting a little too into his ideology. Man does not know how to be flexible at all.
Stop dragging this out and fight me!
Heyo. Next spider splicer, snippity snip snap. Wait, oh, give me a second, I gotta shoot up. Alright, here we go. Bibbity bobbity boop. Pick while they're falling down. Really? That's a C grade? I think the game just cares about how close in proximity and how filled in there are of the picture, the frame. There might be bonuses if they're doing a specific action. But just take a couple picks. Buy more film. Rinse and repeat until you're done. When you get the increased damage, like with the 3+ signs, that's the final research upgrade for that type of enemy. Oh, here's what happens when you activate the alarm. You go here and you deactivate it. It's just that simple. Alright. So security camera has been boinked. Let's grab a couple of those rounds. Some dollar bills. Yeah, these aren't very secure safety deposit boxes. This bank sucks. $16 for a free bot turret. I could use the firepower. Yeah, there's a lot of film here as well. My first turret research. Same deal, now turrets are more vulnerable to shock and armor-piercing rounds. Just using regular ammo against this dude here. Yep, there you go, armor-piercing. We're gonna bolt. There we go. Remember, look through the trash of the ashtrays. Safety save. You never know what's gonna happen.
My wife, Moira, she's a right pain in the neck. But she's a beauty. She means the world to me. I can't help feel God punishing me for bringing her and Patrick to this place. I thought this would be a better life for us. Can you imagine a bigger fool than that?
I still have armor-piercing rounds. Jack. You just wasted armor-piercing rounds on a fleshy boy. That is a terrible use of armor piercings. Alright, this is the third Big Daddy fight of Neptune's bounty. But, research camera. Now with the little sisters, if you take snapshots of the little sisters, you actually get increased health, maximum health and Eve upgrades for every little sister research upgrade you complete. And then for Big Daddies, it's they're immune. They get increased. They're now more vulnerable to armor piercing rounds. So I wanted to take a couple of snippy snip snaps before I start the fight. Just making sure I got all the doodads and the bibbity bip bops and the zing zacks and the zoom zongs ready. Save before the Big Daddy fight, of course. Now I'm gonna use this pillar in the center to play to sort of act as a shield, or I could just die in one hit. It happens in Survivor difficulty from time to time. I believe what happened there was the Rosie's proximity grenade and my grenade went off at the same time, so Jack got caught in 2 explosions at once, which just stacked up to just a one-shot. So what I'm doing now, I'm timing the shots. I decided just to move up here. Yep, just use cover. Just blow all your grenades on this Big Daddy fight. We can pick up more grenades later. Also, don't be afraid to just spend all of your Eve Hypo medkits. You can always get more Eve and medkits down the road. In fact, I'm pretty sure what I do after this Big Daddy fight is go back to a previously hacked vending machine and just restock on medkits and a couple Eve Hypos. Alright, so far so good. Hasn't been too bad. We're using the pipes. I make note of the proximity grenades to the right. Ow. 2 heat-seeking RPGs. Also quite a valuable ammo resource. Alright, so he went behind the pillars. Armor-piercing rounds. Electric bucks. Yeah, this makes sense. Give him that stun. I back up because I have to reload. Alright, we're gonna go for the electric box will also stun the Big Daddy, giving me an opportunity to kind of... Don't get cute now, just... Heal. Okay, Big Daddy's down. Rescue the little sister, per usual. And that's the third and final little sister of Neptune's bounty, rescued. This is the second little sister of the next care package. So the first little sister that we rescue in the next upcoming level will get the next Tenenbaum care package. But we do have 160 Atom from the last 2 little sisters rescued to spend on various upgrades and whatnot.
Now the eggs are in the scramble.
There's another audio diary.
Up to the 8s right after midnight. Either Ryan will be taking down Fontaine, or Fontaine will be taking down Ryan. We'll be interviewing poor Timmy neath Fontaine Fisheries. If you're up for entertainment, the code's 5380.
Darling Masha, we don't know what has happened to you. Ryan's men have taken you away and said you are needed to save Rapture. Who needs a child to save a city? But I see these little girls crawling out of these vents. They crawl out of this vent and find these notes.
Maybe not the best time to go to the ammo vending machine.
It's a fighting McDonald's in room number 7. The code to our room is 7533. We miss you.
I already hacked that.
Child.
Yeah, we already know how that story plays out. There's a lot of depressing shit that happens in Rapture. It's not gonna be the last of it. And also, it will get even more batshit insane for those who haven't experienced this game yet. Wrench Lurker, more wrench damage if you sneak up on enemies. There's not really defined stealth mechanics, so I just bank it. Technically, it exists, but... Oh yeah, also, this is Rosie, the spider splicer that's been harassing Jack since the start. And now we've got bonus damage against her from the research we've been doing. Yeah, sure, let's just get one shot. Alright, that's the lucky shot. No more anti-personal on the pistol. Okay, we're just using regular ammo. I also don't realize it, but if I knew I was fighting against Rosie with only one health kit, I probably would have ran away, restocked in health, and then came back and re-engaged. But I thought this was just a rather aggressive spider splicer. But no, this is the final fight against Rosie, and I completely forgot about it. Until I realized, wait a minute, she's taken a while to take out, and she's a lot more aggressive. Oh, this is... I think it's around here when I realized, oh shit, this is Rosie. Okay, let's set her on fire, sure, pistol. See, I started to kind of panic because I'm out of health, and I just realized who I was fighting against. It started to get to me mentally. But I harvested the heart of Rosie. Actually, it's quite poetic how this ends. First, when it comes... I enter Rapture for the first time. This chick prevents my escape. Wants to like carve me up and eat me alive or some shit like that. I don't know, maybe display me as like a doll in front of her like decaying collection of corpses. So my response to her trying to do that to me, well, self-defense, naturally. And because I did so much research on the previous spider splicers, I was able to harvest the heart of my enemy and use it for healing and medicinal purposes. Because deep down, Jack is a good boy. I am now heading back to the fisheries now that I got the snippety snip snaps. For some reason, I came out here just to, I guess, do some last... Oh, that's right, I had to go back, restock on medkits. So... I forgot that I hacked the vending machine that was near the fisheries, so I just went way back here to a previous vending machine that I hacked towards the start of the area. Right here. Gotta be in front of it. It's the professional thing to do. Yeah, I just go up to 7. Because we're coming up with a fight against Peachy of the fisheries. Peachy is basically a souped-up nitro splicer. Similar to how Dr. Steinman in the medical pavilion, the previous level, he was just a statted-up leadhead splicer. Pete is a statted-up nitro splicer. Taking a couple of snips of this Rosie. And then we get Photographer's Eye 2. Which I will go ahead and replace Static Discharge. We just get way more research points now with this tonic equipped. Yeah, so so obviously I'm not gonna replace Wrench Jockey, it's just too good not to have. And I debated what's more valuable, more research or zapping dudes when they melee me. And research is just so much better right now. Yes, the zappy particle effects look cool, but Jack can make do without for now. We're coming up to the fisheries fight here. Don't need to smoke. Little whackety whack whack. Yo, what up?
The warp rat didn't get himself at. You got
well, not yet.
From me and my crew? Or are you just looking to get criticized? You sit here a spell. I needs to set on some coffee, maybe put on silverware and the like.
Before you head into the fisheries, a word to the wise. Old Peachy seems about as straight as a dog's hind leg. You keep your eyes open.
Oh, it's Peach, not Pete. That's my bad.
Put your weapons in the door, and then I'll let you in.
Yeah, just drop the weapons, but we still get to keep our plasmids and the wrench.
You're gonna have to pay it. But he can't very well take your plasmid away now, can he?
2 fewer. I'm gonna replace, I believe, security expert with it. Yes. I forget how to manually reload the Eve Hypo, but I don't want to do that anyways. I'm fully stocked up on health kits and hypos. So the first thing I do here is I know there's a couple security cameras, so we're gonna zap them and hack them. $12. He definitely cheaped out on the security.
I bet when the boss wiggled out of hell, he done told the devil he'd be right back. And the devil says, "Sure thing, Mr. Fontaine. I'll hold you a spot." Ryan promised Fontaine was dust, and now here you are doing his dirty. I guess that makes Ryan a bum, and you a...
Hey, what? Peachy? Come on, what am I? Peachy.
Atlas!
Now, Peachy's still a nitro splicer, so we can still get nitro... Oh yeah, he also lets you keep the research camera. Alright, now you get increased damage against Peachy now. See? Researching enemies prior really helps with fights later on. Keep that in mind when you do your New Game Survivor playthrough of Bioshock. Oh yes, this is what I was looking for. I need to hack this. $10. Cool. Bye. Alright, I have reacquired a revolver. Alright, we're almost there. I got caught up in the action. Apologies for the lack of commentary. But yeah, just beat him off and there you go. Alright, let's go ahead and break this up. Grab health. Yeah. Fucks. I kind of forgot about the explosive barrels that I could have been telekinetically throwing at old Peachy. But I decided a more of a gentleman's fight was in order. So, you want to at least keep around your fire plasmid, because when you're here, you got a bunch of ice you need to melt. Otherwise, you can't access the goodies. So, when Peach strips you of your weapons, you also lose most of the ammo that you've probably been stockpiling up to this point. So, if you're blowing a lot of your ammo in previous fights, don't see it as a waste. You're gonna lose it anyways when you come up to the Peachy fight in the fisheries. Just gives you an opportunity to just collect more. There we go. Yep, I was like, I could have sworn there was something in here. And there was. You just had to melt the ice first. Lots of dollar bills. I also got the automatic hacking tool. I got 3 now, I believe, stockpiled. It caps out at 5, so make sure you're using your automatic hacking tools on the expensive safes that cost a lot of dollars to hack for free. I've already accepted the fact I'm going to miss out on some loot here and there. It is what it is. Okay, let's snag this. Go ahead and loot all of these. Alright. Eve Hypo, SIGs. Alright. We're certainly leaving Neptune's bounty quite healthy. Because a lot of people tend to struggle with this level the most, especially on New Game Survivor. Just doing a last minute look around and let's get our weapons back. Alright. Got the machine gun, the shotgun, but most importantly, grenade launcher. Coming up here is a Power to the People machine. These are weapon upgrades. They are one-time use. You pick a single upgrade. Your weapon permanently gets that upgrade for the remainder of the game. Just kind of looking around here before I actually hit up the weapon upgrade machine. And the upgrade I pick up is grenade damage increase. Yep, grenade launcher damage increase. This is the first upgrade. It'll help against the Big Daddy fights in the upcoming levels, since it's pretty much one of the best weapons against them at this point in the game.
You can't quit, Fontaine. Hey, fuck Fontaine. You don't fuck Fontaine. Fontaine fucks you.
And here's the director's commentary location in Neptune's Bounty. Now, I forgot to pick this up in Medical Pavilion, so I'll have to backtrack and grab that.
You got it! Should be smooth sailing from here. I'll meet you up ahead.
I forgot to check this room.
On to you. This isn't over.
Leadhead, full research, no longer need the camera. Nitro Splicer, still got research to do. And because we got Photographer's Eye 2 tonic equipped, we get way more research now. And I had just enough. So now, about a third of the time, the grenades are going to be duds from Nitro Splicers. The earlier upgrade was 15% increase, now it's a 35%, or it was a 15% chance that it's going to be a dud. Now it's a 35% chance. So basically about a 1 in 3 chance now that the grenade's just not going to work. $32, yeah, let's just pay it. Ooh, some pet bars.
Fontaine's putting the screws on us and double. He's squeezing us out of 80 points of our cut with the threat of turning us into Ryan if we don't play ball. Son of a bitch. Sammy G comes and tells me he's thinking of going to the constable. And the next day, Sammy G was found in a sack in a salt pond. We had no choice here. We stay on Fontaine's crew and we're gonna catch the gallows. We take a powder and we end up like Sammy G. Oh, there's gotta be another way.
Well, this has been Neptune's Bounty on New Game Survivor. We are just finishing up here, heading to Smuggler's Hideout now. Thank you everyone for joining me here on Kato's Corners at Game Guys. Son Coach Kato signing out.